Hi there, YouTube. This is Jeff. I'm here with our 98 single cab Tacoma. My wife's giving me a hand on this project. What we're going to be doing today is we're going to be doing the breather, we're lifting the breathers up on it. So I've got 4 breathers on this one. You have the front axle, the transfer case, transmission, and then the rear axle. So did a few items with this. One of them, for doing it, we're going to get this breather, which is the axle vent breather. This one has the barb to slide onto the hose. This is going to be for the transmission and transfer case. Along with the transmission transfer case is a 5 16ths by 5 16ths by 5 16ths T. And what we're going to do is take the transmission and the transfer case and put it onto one hose underneath the truck and then up into the right side of the engine compartment. So that. Then for the rear axle, you can take out the threaded in one there and you can get this, which is a union, is what they call it. Unfortunately, you can't just go down and buy one out of Home Depot or Lowe's or something like that. I already tried. The thread is different. It's much finer, and it's a Toyota thread is what they call it. Toyota threaded union. You can get this. I got all this stuff off Amazon, so you can get that for the rear axle. And then you'll need 5 16ths fuel line. I got this off of Amazon too. And then clamps. So these ones are 6 to 12 millimeter clamps, and they fit on there perfect. So like I said, I got all this stuff off of Amazon to do all this, and I will put all the parts and descriptions, all the part numbers in the description down below. We're going to be beginning with the front breather, which is on the left side of the engine compartment here. So here's your air intake. If you look down right here on the side, you'll see the breather. It's just that guy right there. So that is your front axle diff breather. It's just on a short hose that goes down to a pipe that's attached to your breather down there, and the end of it is just put in there. So you pull it out. It looks exactly like the one that we bought for the other one. It's exactly what we bought offline. So we'll just be reusing this one. We'll end up just putting a longer hose up and across the front of the engine compartment here, across to terminating over there in that corner. Oh, it's fine. So that tube right here, you can see it sitting right there on the top. Across that top, that metal tube behind your steering spindle back there, that is for your front diff. And if you follow that up, right up here, there is the clamp. So you just got to take that clamp off and take the hose off. That right there. So there's the new one, the new clamp. You can follow that line, it goes right down to the top of your front axle, but that is where you're going to put the new one on there. So we already got the new one in there, clamp on it. So now we'll go back up above and then route it over across the top. So we got our new line routed up. I'm going to put it back into stock spot there. And then maybe get in a clamp. Thank you. Make sure it's not rubbing on anything weird. Beautiful. Okay. And then I'm gonna run it back and across over into that corner. Just reuse the breather that you popped off the old one. Put it right back into there. So, actually, what about this one? I'll do it like that. Got the first one done. Now we'll go ahead and do the transfer case and transmission inside the Okay. So we have a 5-speed manual here. So here's your shifter for the transmission, and then here's your shifter for your transfer case. And that is your transmission breather, and that is your transfer case breather. So in order to take these off, you just take a little pair of channel locks. You grab a hold of them like that. Put that into gear up there, and if you just pry on them, they pop right off. Now, this 5/16 fuel hose, you can actually take them, and then you can put my hose clamp on there. If you take these, just make sure you clean the dirt away from them, but the end of the hose will fit over that piece that is left just like that. When you do it, you want to make sure that the hose is cut flush, straight, and that you're pushed all the way down on there. Then you just take your clamp, up, and then give it the old pull test. Yep, we're good. There we go. So then that one, we're gonna loop back and around like that. So I'm gonna cut it right there. There's the transfer case. You just do the same thing with the transmission breather. Just a little bit of a pain to get on there. Just a little bit. This one's gonna be much more difficult. This is where this comes in. So we're gonna put this guy in there, like this. Then we're gonna put this guy on there, and then we're gonna put that guy there. This, like that. Okay. Now that we got those done, take this up to the front, and then climb up underneath the truck, pass this down, pass it up, put a clamp on here, and then we'll just route it up and over the engine like we did on the other one. Okay. So here's the hose that we pushed up from in the engine compartment there. And the reason why we're running everything off of the driver's side and then up and over through the engine compartment the exhaust is on your passenger side right there. So there's some wire harnesses that are attached over here, and they actually come up and over, and then they run up. Oops. Run up and over this side of the engine. So what we're going to end up doing is this. We'll just zip tie that to those brackets and the wiring harness that goes up, and then we'll just trace it across the front with the front differential. So put the clamp on. Try to do this. Such a way, like that. Yeah, see that? I went a little too far on that one, but see how it starts cutting it. So that's cue to stop. There we go. Just want to make sure that the hose is not crimped. It's just not. Perfect. Cute. Then after a good long road trip, pull that off and make sure that the hose hasn't come off. So now we will get that one situated across the front there and then start working on the rear one. So that right here is for the breathers now, and they run up along there, zip tied right there, and then runs up into the engine bay. So I'll finish zip tying them, and underneath is all done. So we're all done with that. Now all the breathers are done here. You got your front diff and then your transmission transfer case, and it goes across and ends right up over there behind the cruise control box there. So that right there, here's your diff. That's your port for that, for your breather. And this is the union that we got off. It has that special Toyota thread on it. So you can get that threaded in there. Okay, so we got that union in there. I got the hose routed over here. It comes up there, goes above the shock mount, goes through the holes in the frame, which will then come over here, go up in here to go up to the rear brake light, and then we'll have to take the brake light out, and that's where the breather will be located at in there. So we got the breather in there, got a zip tied up there, that goes along the frame rail, right through there, zip tied over, crosses over to here. Now what we're gonna do is gonna pass it through the hole here into the cavity and then up to the tail light here. Apparently that lens comes out by itself.
Cool. Luckily it didn't break.
Huh, I didn't know that. Oh, well, I guess that's how you change the bulbs. Apparently the lens comes out. I've never had to change a bulb on this before, so don't drop your lens. Take a piece that came up out of the differential and just twist it around in there like that. Just like that. Slide that in there. So, you look down inside there, see the hose comes up right here and runs along, and then it just kind of tucks up under inside there. So now your rear axle breather is basically right to the top of the headlight right here. So it gives you another 2 feet from where it was originally. So just got to put the headlight back together. Questions, just leave a comment below and I'll get back to you when I see it. Next time we see the truck, it'll be getting sliders put on it. Get sliders put on Wednesday down at Gresham 4x4. I just went down there. I was looking at them online. It was going to be about $600 to get them made and then for shipping. And I went down there and they said they can do them for $570, painted, installed, everything. So I'm taking it down there Wednesday to get some put in. So we'll get those on there. And then after that, I don't know what the next mod will be, but we will see you on the next video.